and welcome back to another Tales of Tribute game. We are going first this time, and let's go Alessia. Not sure what I'm gonna go next, but yeah, opponent picks Red Eagles. Does that mean Crows are coming up? If I'm going first, I'm gonna try to cheat a bit, go Klalu, get that early luxury exports, and win the game from there. Let's see, Tavern doesn't show us luxury exports, doesn't in fact show us very much. We can't afford any of these. Best option is to use Alessia power, shuffle a nice annoying agent into our deck. And next turn we only have 4 power as well, so these are all pretty sad and uninteresting cards. Opponent picks up Blackmail, which I disagree with. Yeah, I disagree with that. There's no point. It doesn't improve your deck. He still uses Treasury. I don't think you really want to be using Blackmail because he could have revealed a good card. I mean, he didn't this time, but he could have. Yeah, this is definitely a bit tricky for him because my next turn I'm almost certainly going to go Alessia to shuffle a Chainbreaker into my deck. And Chainbreakers are much better than Soldiers of the Empire. They produce 3 gold. I'm going to get quite a good deck running. And my opponent will need to have the power to kill these agents. And he right now only has 1 War Song, which is not quite at the generate lots of power level. Should kill my agent because I have 2 Alessian agents in my deck already. Uses the ambush to kill it, which is interesting. I might have just killed it with power, but he didn't, so not so sure about that. Anyway, we got a ton of gold now because we draw a Chainbreaker. That's 3 gold right there. So we can do some shenanigans right now. I think playing Aelid Quartermaster is quite reasonable actually. The alternative is Karth Manhunter. Karth Manhunter gives us 1 power, which is enough to kill his agent, but let's just see what he does. He basically needs to play Karth Manhunter this turn or play a power card this turn, otherwise he's in big trouble. Or he can play Aelid Quartermaster, kill everything, but the thing is instead he goes Crows, and it is very bad to leave these Alessia agents on the field like that, not kill. Like, I have a Chainbreaker Sergeant that gives a free 3 gold, I have an Aelid Quartermaster that gives a free card draw into another card draw. This is enough, I think, to afford a Karth Manhunter. So, you know, this is one of the instances where just going Crows is not a good idea, because you really do have to kill these agents when you have the chance. My deck is now really scary, and my opponent needs to kill my agents, but he's only generating like 1 power a turn. He needs to use the Crow power essentially to kill my guys, or something, because otherwise I'm just gonna get infinite value off this. I guess he can kill one of my Aelid Quartermasters, but look at all the agents that we have left on the field. So yeah, it's not always correct to go Crows blindly. Even if there's a reach on the field, there are still other considerations to be made. And in this case, I think we're probably going to buy the Mori House decks and just build like a massive Alessian deck. And we do show the Midnight Raid, which unfortunately we can't mess around with. So our opponent will be picking up the Midnight Raid, and not much we can do about that at this point. But that's still okay. I think the value that we're getting just from this is so high as to be really scary. And he could use the Crow power. I think he really needs to use the Crow power right now, just to get 3 power to kill some things. But even then, it's kind of like it might even be defensible to not use the Crow, not to buy the Midnight Raid and just use Crow power to kill all my agents. He sort of should have done that last turn, but yeah, this is very tough for my opponent. And you know, I could pick up some Crows too. I think our deck is quite small right now. We got a couple. I mean, there's reach in the game. We can also go Crows ourselves. So yeah, let's pick up the Rag Picker, make our deck even more efficient. And I don't really want him to get that Briarheart Ritual off. It also generates 1 power, which lets him kill our agents a bit easier. It does reveal the luxury exports, but at this point, I'm not super concerned about economy. Like, our agents survived 2 turns. We got so much value off these agents existing that he does have to. He will kill them all. But probably pick up the luxury exports. But I think we are in a very good spot at the moment. Interesting to pick up the Ebony Mine, like just thought. And he uses that to into a Tithe, into what, draw again with into bite with reach. Not quite sure. Yeah, pick up luxury. I mean, luxury exports is good. It's a perfectly reasonable pick. Kills all my agents. Kills them in the right order. You should kill the Mori House first, since that one gives me 1 gold for every agent that dies other than itself. Next turn he's not drawing much, he's just drawing 6 gold, so not too worried about that. That's I think buying luxury exports is fine. Basically, that will let us afford the Hagraven Matron down the road, and then after that we also have the Hlalu power, which we can use to kill things with. Do I want a Black Feather Knight? It's not that great. I mean, I could pick it up. I'm not super interested in picking it up though, because it doesn't do anything in my deck. My deck doesn't really. I'm also not sure about shuffling another Chainbreaker into my deck. It's also a bit questionable. So I'm not sure. That I don't think there's anything good to buy in the tavern. I might have just skipped my turn entirely, which is also bad. But I mean, what's my opponent gonna do? Buy a Black Feather Knight? I'm not even sure he can afford it. Yeah, he can't even afford it. Like, well, like none of these cards in the tavern are good for him. Not even Black Feather. He picks up the Hlalu one, which will let him afford more expensive cards, theoretically, maybe. Iffy. And we just get the War Song. Maybe we can draw into something good, and we do draw into something good. Is this enough to buy Hagraven Matron? Very close, but not quite. At this point, we're at 17 prestige, so we can start considering just buy expensive cards. Because when we draw the expensive cards, we can just turn it into prestige using the Hlalu power. So if we finally pick up the Black Feather Knight, reveal an Elder Witch, which is okay. Nothing amazing. Our opponent will probably want to pick up the Elder Witch, but you know, he's kind of super far behind. He's having significant troubles dealing with our agents. He does get the reach combo going, which is good for him. Kills our agents, can pick up an Elder Witch. So that's fine for him. And I'm not sure we can kill the Elder Witch this turn. Uses the Alessia power instead of killing Elder. I'm not so sure about that one. Kills the Moira House in the wrong order. Why use Alessia power? Is he scared I'm going to shuffle more Chainbreakers into my deck? Because I think picking up the Elder Witch might have been slightly better. Anyway, this lets us buy Hagraven Matron. So once we got Hagraven Matron in our deck, the game is going to be really, really hard for my opponent, because Hagraven Matron can be also turned into prestige with Hlalu power. So I think we don't really need the luxury exports anymore. I mean, it's +1 prestige. It's not significant, but I think our economy is so good that we don't really need the extra thing. So we're gonna start using Hlalu power more to kill our deck, and that will slowly bring us to victory. Eventually, we're gonna win just by that. Alessia is good at generating prestige, but we don't really have any like super prestige generating cards, just like one Moira House. And in terms of pure power generation, they're also not quite there compared to some of the other patrons. So does this buy anything? It does actually. So he does get a Squawking Ori. That's nice, and he gets to kill off Soldier of the Empire for free, which is also good for him. On our agenda right now is to kill the Witch, but he kills it for us, so we don't have to worry about that too much. So that's fine. War Song, Toll of Flesh. How much gold do we get this turn? I think that's enough to buy the other Hagraven. So we can just buy that. That's another 8 prestige down the road, and let's see if we can destroy anything. Yeah, we do not need that Toll of Flesh at all, so that's another 3 prestige that we got. And things are going quite smoothly. We are 10 prestige ahead of our opponent, and our opponent has a worse economy, and his deck is entirely based on Midnight Raid at this point. And yeah, we're just good. I think it's quite fine to. He's lucky again. He gets another good card over. He should probably turn the Hostile Takeover into prestige if he wants to keep up with me, because otherwise he's just he's going to be in big trouble. Uses a Tavern instead, the Treasury. Not so sure about that. So we do have we are going to generate a lot of gold. Yeah, I mean this is whatever. I'm not an amazing turn. I was actually considering using Crow. The reason to use Crow is, and that's worth a bit of power, I guess. The reason to use Crow is if you have a lot of money, which I might have a lot of money now, Crow might be good for just turning into more power. But I think it's also okay to just Hlalu our way to victory. Keeping the Crow favorite for our opponent means that he can't use it anymore against us, which is something to take note of. And I think our opponent's deck, he can't really go Crows at this stage, so he buys the Hlalu. That's fine. His deck has a lot of random Hlalu cards now, and he starts to luxury exports his own. He kills his own luxury exports. So yeah. So far, we don't need any of these. I keep the Reach card in order to draw the Reach Witch, because the Witch has a good combo going with it. And we do in fact get the combo. We don't need that rate of coin. And that's just enough to bring us over the 40 prestige, thanks to Hlalu killing our 9 cost card. So yeah, pretty straightforward game. The beginning was quite interesting because I focused on Alessia and my opponent went Crows, the Toll of Flesh, but Toll of Flesh only draws cards and has a very good economy, but doesn't actually let you generate power. And the fact that he let my agents live for so long, that's what basically led to my win, because the agents are just giving so much gold, so much power, so much free value that it's not really feasible to win. So you got to be careful if you're just going straight Crows. you still need, if you're going against Alessia especially, you still need to generate even 1 power just to kill these soldiers of the Empire. Because that if you leave the soldier of the Empire alive, it's gonna kill you. So that's why sometimes it's not correct to delete power cards when against Alessia. You may not want to go full economy. Some power generation is always a necessity when dealing with these very cheap but potentially very powerful agents. And yeah, so thanks for watching.